I'd never believed in urban legends. Not the disappearing hitchhiker stories, not the ghost on the road sightings. None of it. I'm a pretty logical guy. You have to be when you're a truck driver logging long routes every week across the Midwest. I was on a haul from Nevada to Colorado when I first saw the sign. A small rusted metal plate with peeling white letters. It wasn't an official highway sign, more like something kids would nail to a tree for decoration. The highway was backed up due to an accident, so I took the exit thinking it was just a rural detour. That was my first mistake. The road looked simple enough. Cracking asphalt, forest on both sides, no houses, no lights. I figured I'd be on it for 5 minutes, but the deeper I drove, the more wrong it felt. Something was off with the trees. The branches twisted inward like they were growing toward the road instead of away from it. The fog rolled in from the ground and clung to the pavement like smoke. I turned up the radio just to kill the silence. Static. I tried my phone. No bars. I kept driving, and then I saw her. A girl was standing on the shoulder. Gray hoodie. Backpack. No expression. I slowed down. She didn't wave, didn't move, just stared at me like she'd been waiting. Something felt wrong. Not scary, not supernatural, just wrong. Every instinct screamed, "Don't stop." So I didn't. I drove past her. When I checked the rearview mirror, she was gone. I should have turned around then, should have trusted that instinct. But I kept driving. After another mile, I saw another sign. This one nailed to a tree. No return. I laughed nervously. Must have been teenagers or local idiots messing around. Whatever. I kept driving. Another turn. More fog. Another sign. Turn back. I rolled my eyes and kept driving until the road simply ended. No warning. No barricades. Just ended. An old iron gate blocked the road, and beyond it was nothing but woods. No way around it. I muttered under my breath. Great. Perfect. Damn detour. I turned the truck around. The fog was thicker. The road was darker. The trees looked like they were closer. And then I saw her again. The same girl in the gray hoodie. This time, in the middle of the road. I slammed on the brakes and the truck skidded. She didn't move, didn't react. I rolled my window down an inch. "You okay? Do you need help?" She didn't look up. Finally, she spoke. "You already left me." My stomach dropped. What? Before I could think, she turned and walked straight into the woods. No hesitation, no fear, just disappeared. I sat there frozen for 10 seconds before I hit the gas and got the hell out. I drove until I saw a highway sign again. Relief washed over me. I pulled into the first gas station I saw, hands shaking, grabbed coffee and tried to calm myself down. Maybe she was a runaway, or a lost hitchhiker, or someone screwing with drivers. I pushed the whole thing out of my mind and kept driving. For a while, life went back to normal. Even after 1 year, I never told anyone about that night. Not my girlfriend, not my boss, not my buddies. I buried the memory like it never happened. But legends have a way of coming back. I had a night delivery in a small desert town. Another isolated route, another lonely highway. My truck GPS glitched and rerouted unexpectedly. Same direction, same area, same name. Black Hollow Road. My blood ran cold. Nope, not again. But there it was. A dirt road turnoff. An old rusted metal sign. The same one. The fog rolled in before I could even turn around. The road curved in a familiar shape. My chest tightened. I heard static on the radio. Whispering. I turned it off. No use pretending I wasn't scared this time. I tried talking to myself, laughing nervously. It's just deja vu. Nothing's wrong. It's just a stupid road. 10 seconds later, my headlights passed a figure. Same girl, same hoodie. She lifted her head and stared directly at me. I hit the brakes, and this time, I didn't keep driving. I pulled over. I got out. "Hey, are you okay?" She was gone. I backed away from the woods, scanning the trees. That's when a second voice spoke behind me. "You lost, buddy?" I spun around. A guy in a sheriff's uniform was leaning against a patrol car. He looked rough, tired, like he hadn't slept in days. "This road is closed," he said. "Yeah, I know. There was a girl here." He didn't flinch. He didn't even look surprised. "You saw her?" It wasn't a question. "I think she needs help," I said. He looked at me like I was the one in trouble. "She doesn't need help, but you do." "What is this place?" He took a breath. "This road doesn't exist on any map. It shows up for people who left something unfinished." I tried laughing it off. "That's some urban legend crap." He gestured around. "Does it look like a joke?" The fog thickened so fast I couldn't see the truck anymore. Darkness swallowed the road behind us. The air felt like cold breath against my neck. The sheriff whispered, "You need to get off this road." I nodded quickly. "Okay, let's go." We walked back toward the patrol car together, except it wasn't there. Neither was my truck, just more road, stretching endlessly, and then a third voice spoke. A voice that sounded exactly like mine. "You shouldn't have left her." I turned slowly. A figure was standing in the middle of the road. Not the girl, something else. Like a human, but wrong. Skin stretched too thin, bones cracked when it moved, white eyes like wet marble. It took a step forward, in my voice. "Finish the road." The sheriff yelled, "Don't look at it!" I turned away. My heart hammered in my chest. "What the hell is going on?" He grabbed my arm and pulled me into the dark. "It's not a ghost," he said. "It's the road. It feeds on unresolved choices, regrets, people who walked away when it mattered." His flashlight flickered. "We need to get to the end before it ends us." We ran. The ground changed. The air changed. The road twisted under my feet like a snake. Something was chasing us. I heard it crawling on the asphalt, bones scraping, breath rattling. We made it to a clearing and I saw it. The gas station from a year ago, only ruined, dead. No lights, no cars, no escape. The sheriff dragged me inside. "We wait here," he said, "until the road opens." But the thing followed. It slammed into the building. Lights shattered. Floors shook. The windows cracked from the pressure of something massive pressing against them. A voice echoed through the store. "You left her." The sheriff turned to me. "What happened a year ago?" I didn't want to say it. Didn't want to admit it. But I had to. "There was a girl on the road. I didn't help her." He stared at me like he'd been waiting to hear those words. "She disappeared that week. I know her name." My voice cracked. Anna Miller." The sheriff's face changed. "My wife went missing here too." I froze. "You think the road took her?" His voice was dead calm. "I know it did." We didn't get a chance to say anything else. The windows exploded. Fog poured in. And there she was, standing on the road outside the store. Anna. Not a monster. Not a ghost, just a girl. I walked toward her. "I'm sorry," she smiled, and her face changed, her jaw unhinged, her arms bent backward. A voice came from everywhere at once. "Finish the road." The sheriff fired his gun. Useless. He saw something behind him. He whispered a name. "Linda?" He walked into the woods, gone. The fog swallowed him whole. I was alone, and the girl was getting closer. I ran. My lungs burned. My legs shook. I sprinted until I reached it, the end of the road. A cliff. Below it, nothing. Anna stood behind me. "What do you want?" I screamed. She whispered 2 words. "Remember me." Memory hit me like a truck. I remembered her missing poster. The headline, 14-year-old Anna Miller missing. I remembered thinking, someone else will help. No one did. Tears filled my eyes. I remember you. The world shattered. Sound like breaking glass. Fog exploded. And suddenly, I was on the highway again. Sunlight, cars, normal life. My truck parked on the shoulder, everything as it should be. I laughed in relief. It was over. Until I saw it. A message written in the dust on my truck. You didn't finish the road. The hairs on my neck stood up. Because when I checked GPS later, there is no Black Hollow Road in the entire state. But sometimes, late at night, when I'm driving alone, I see the fog rolling in. And I swear I see her on the side of the road. Waiting. Like the story isn't over. Like the road never really ends. Like the hollow is still open. And someday, I'm going to have to finish it.